Hello, hello! And welcome back as Club Slugman's conquest of Hogwarts in the name of House Slytherin continues in Perfidious Pete Plays Tyranny. So last episode, Club pooped in a sorting hat, sexually assaulted Hermione, and then gave Dumbledore a full-on stroke. Where can we go from there? It seems like we've reached the apex of our story arc. But I don't think we have. It seems that way, but that's not the case. I mean, there's so many other areas we could expand into. We could start shaving points in Quidditch games to make sure we fail to cover the spread. We could devote our soul to the service of the Dark Lord Voldemort. We could murder the entire Weasley family in their sleep if we wanted to. The sky's the limit here for Club Slugman, and all of that sounds really fun, but I think maybe we need to start a little bit smaller. Say with a Nazi-esque campaign of information control via a good old-fashioned hillbilly book burning. That's right, because reading's for city slickers, for one thing, and two, because some weirdo who appeared in a puff of smoke told me that burning books would be a good idea. And let's face it, Club Slugman isn't exactly much of an independent thinker. Besides, this railroad plot is only going to let us do one of exactly three things. And Blood and Mark kind of has a sort of Gestapo vibe, if you ask me, and I don't really think I'm quite yet powerful enough or ready to double-cross the secret police. So I think what we're going to do is finish... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Was there someone over here we did not murder? Well, we better double back for a little killing then. We were about to go into the library, but apparently there was someone over here who escaped Club Slugman's ire, and that simply cannot stand. If there is a man on the map, they must be killed. Club Slugman sees all, is all, knows all, and most importantly, steals everything that's not nailed down, and this guy may have something we have not stolen yet. That's unacceptable. Let's go sneak in. He's a bloodhound. This is actually a lot of guys. Oh, there's an injured man up here. So he's guarded by Foul Murmur. He has a name. That makes me very terrified. Let's see. No, don't get busted, guys. Back off, back off, back off. He's onto you. So what we need to do is have somebody go forth and, like, see if... I want to try and, like, pull these guys. So, Eb, if we have you unstealth, can you just, like,
be subtle?
throw a lightning bolt at this man? Not a repelling wave. Can you hit him with, like, yeah, hit him with that.
Whatever you need.
Set
Okay, now, we want you to run like hell.
them at me in waves.
Did that work? Did we actually manage to successfully, like, pull a team? No, they're all coming. Okay, never mind. Now we're just grossly out of position because Barrack is an idiot. All right, everybody unstealth. Barrack, get your ass up here. Okay, Barrack, you got to come over here, bro, and taunt. We need them all attacking you. Get the taunt down, Barrack. Okay, there's the taunt. In the meantime, Club Slugman, you have another mission, man. You got to go chop this man's head off. We can't have a Blood Chanter doing whatever it is. Ah, this Blood Chanter and his frightening ability really pisses me off. Club Slugman is afraid of no man. Oh, he is just... This guy is just ruining us. Come on, Club Slugman. Do your thing, dog. Murder. This man is wounded and drowning. Oh, Barrack is wounded yet again. Barrack went... We're taking catastrophic damage here.
I'm going down.
Yeah, you're going down because we can't beat this single Blood Chanter. So magic seems to be just stupefyingly overpowered.
Will do.
What? These guys are just destroying us. Club Slugman, kill this man. 2 party members have been downed because this guy hits for 8 trillion damage a swing. He's also unhittable. Well, whatever's over here, it damn well better have been worth it. Because it hardly feels like it was worth it. How many wounds did Barrack take? Probably like 90. 2. Club Slugman, 1. Lantry, 2. Every single member of our party got wounded in that fight. Well, that's yeah, no. We better have gotten something good. Singed Scarlet Chorus report. Right-click for details. The edges of the report appear to be burnt. The words faded, though the barely legible scribbles you can make out the names of various tools of torture and the people on which they were applied. Beside each entry is a span in a year. You notice further up the names sound more northern, and the years far precede the conquest of the Tears. How is this relevant? I don't rightly know. Can we take whatever this is? This should be... This is something takeable, is it not? Yes. I have no idea what it was. Don't really care. I'm more salty about the fact that everybody is now wounded. Let's go rob this man. What do you got? Torn leather spalders. Boy, that seems enormously useful. An old pair of shoulder pads. Foliant, the sage, has clearly suffered at the hands of his captors. Burn marks cover his legs, and his soldiers slump unnaturally. He looks at you in stunned disbelief. Thank you. I can't believe those blackguards are finally dead. He spits. May they rot. Unfortunately, the captor's fate will be your own. We're also going to kill you. I'm sorry, dude, but this has to be done. I came here to kill wizards and chew bubblegum, and I still have an abundant supply of bubblegum. I just like killing wizards better. And down you go. Killing wizards and chewing bubblegum. That's what I came for. Any other loot over here? Oh, here's some dead men that have some stuff. Excuse me, dead men. Oh, they just have a bunch of torn leather spalders. Fantastic. Boy, I'm glad we came all of this way, suffered a bunch of grievous wounds, which are going to require us to now camp again. Also, I gotta say, Tyranny, I don't like the fact that all of your map fights occur around choke points, because the choke points and the AI and pathing is not well developed enough to really handle the whole choke point meta. It's difficult to actually fight when you're constantly being bottlenecked and your characters won't actually move and swing at stuff. That's really irritating. There's nothing strategic about it. It's just kind of poor level design. Oh, we could have... Did we come? Oh, we came over there. There was just a green door that we could not find a way through because we are not wizards. All right, well, I guess we'll just do this again. Camping for another 8 hours. That's great. Love taking the time to do that. And not only the time, but wasting the camping supplies. Because we got bottlenecked by guys. It arguably could be my fault. I guess maybe pulling guys from individual pods of enemies is something that just won't work. That's a tactic that will never succeed. It's just going to be a recipe for disaster over and over again. In the meantime, can we adjust our party? You know what? I would like a custom formation. Is there a way to do it? How do we... This does not seem custom. Ah, here we go. So I want like this. Can we do like... Yeah, that's what I want right there. Oh, here we go. Puzzle? Make it inside the burning library ruins. Check that off. Find a way past the magic barrier. Passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It isn't clear how one might remove it. Uh-oh. This is what happens when masters of warding magic compare notes for centuries. Regular doors and boarding locks fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire had done us a favor and burnt away all these barriers, but we're not so lucky. There's a sequence to lower the barriers, but as custom and paranoia dictate, the sages use different sequences every day, and I'm guessing whoever set this one is long gone. Likely dead. We'll need to look for something that might help us. I'm gonna guess like a book or scroll or some other manner of knowledge that I can then burn once I have made it my own. Wonder what other security measures are still here that you don't know how to solve. I volunteer to turn back and keep an eye on the spire. A way to chicken out, Ebb. First sign that the going's getting a little bit tough, and what can you do? You just can't wait to chicken out. Also, what Ebb is telling us is there are traps everywhere.
Cut the banter and stay low.
She's saying, hey, Club Slugman, in case you're punishingly stupid, just be aware, this place is gonna be littered with traps, dog. Just festooned with traps, man. Also, there is a dude back here who appears to be patrolling. It is an uninjured sage. Now, guys, creep slower. That's fine. An iron ingot and some hide. There was something in one of these barrels, I think. Yeah. Somebody loot the barrel. Doesn't matter who. Dead man. Smell dead guy. Yeah, smell that? Smells like... Oh, rotting body. There really is no other thing that smells quite like a rotting body as a rotting body. Lantry suddenly stops and looks around, his eyes wide. I almost didn't recognize it. He points southeast down the hall. There is no hall southeast. There's just a fiery chasm of abyss that is lava pouring into a giant crack in the earth. This is not a hallway, Lantry. This is where we made parchment. There used to be dozens of hides stretched out on enormous drying racks. Filthy piles of goat hair, vats of rendering fat. Quite a busy workshop we had going. Yeah, sounds delightful. Scraping animal skins and boiling their flesh down so that you could ride on it. That's not at all barbaric. It also happened to smell like diseased pigs defecating on burning goats. That I don't miss. Great metaphor right there. Diseased pigs, pupid on burning goats. That's top quality
Let's
writing.
try not to stand out, shall we?
Oh, I don't know. I think we're probably going to stand out wherever we go. I mean, I am Club Slugman Ebb. All right, let's talk to this jackass. As you approach the bodies at the hall, at the end of the hall, I think at the end of the hall, I think you forgot a word there, Paradox. The sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, feigning death. Yeah, I'm just gonna mock him. You have gained favor with Blood and Mark. The sage sighs and looks up at you. I wasn't sure that would work. Well, I was absolutely sure it wouldn't work, but how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. I've been hiding in the area ever since the edict tore this place apart. You could never be too careful. He stops, staring intently at you. You're a fate binder! He coughs, blood flecks his lips. He wipes them clear with the back of his hand. I can't believe there's a fate binder in the Vellum Citadel. Can you really call something a Vellum Citadel? If you make your citadel out of parchment, which is effectively just a very thinly scraped hide, are you surprised when it fell? Anybody with like a single match could just walk up and burn your house down. It doesn't exactly... It's not the kind of name that screams built to last, if you get my drift. You must have really pissed Kairos off that we were able to stop the edict before it could completely destroy everything. I'd have loved to see the look on everyone's face when the whole thing stopped. Joke's on us, though, I suppose. I don't think it worked the way they hoped. It didn't stop the edict. It just kind of froze everything in place as it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. He shrugs, winces, and coughs up more blood. Not that it's doing us any good with all the Scarlet Chorus in here. Did you see how many of those thugs ran in when I saw them enter? I knew I couldn't stay in hiding any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone else from getting in, so I activated the barrier by the door. Well, you should then undo it. It doesn't explain why you're dying. Came over here to destroy the piece of the passcode so no one could get through. He points at the shelf behind them, but this one must have followed me, attacked me, and told me he'd kill me if I didn't tell him how to get through. He laughs and winces again. You can see how well that went for him. Well, he's dead and you're dying. Please, Fatebinder, you have to protect the Citadel from the Scarlet Chorus. Don't let them destroy it. That piece of the passcode will get you through the first barrier. Find the rest and keep them from those monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock our secrets. Well, that's all I needed to know. He lets out a quiet moan and then falls dead at your feet. See ya. I'm taking your shit, by the way. Now, give me the key. All right, so we got the chunk of passcode. Take the book and translate the phrases. Done. How fortuitous, Lantry exclaims, looking over your shoulder to scrap the paper you pull from the shelf. That truly is part of the passcode needed to bypass the barrier protecting the silent archive. I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigils. Well, okay, I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigils, but in my defense, that was also the same day I discovered masturbation, and I was not at all excited about the sigils, but the masturbating thing kept me entertained for, well, pretty much since then. Truth is, in all my decades at the Vellum Citadel, I mostly just sat here rubbing them out, and I never really once set foot anywhere near the archive. He starts thumbing through the shelf, opening books, flipping through the pages, and shaking them by the spine to loosen any scraps of parchment that might be hidden within. He's going to find nothing, I'm assuming. Yeah. Empty shelf. All right, so we're going to be, what, shanghaied into going down this way? No, we actually can't go that way. Can we go this way? Oh. Where the hell are we supposed to go? We can't walk over there. Can't walk over here because that's through lava. I guess this passcode gets us through this green barrier? It does. Okay. Do the thing.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect.
Yeah, a man just told us everything we needed to know without even bothering to put 270 hours of conversation in a way, Lantry. I, for one, am shocked. I figured he'd have to tell us his life story about what it was like growing up in the Citadel and then talk about the diseased pigs pooping on the burning goats thing and how the smell was terrible. How life in the Vellum Citadel was generally unpleasant and mostly ridiculous. And then I figured he'd die and give us what we wanted.
Stepping lightly.
Okay. So we're definitely going to have a fight here. Let's see if we can scout out... Okay, so there's a horde guy. Fat Ulston. Well, he has a name, which means we should probably kill him. A sage. And a sage. Alright, well, if we want to do anything, we should just kill the sages first. Or, alternatively, we could just not kill anybody. We could try and avoid the fight. Oh, there's another... This is a lot of people. You know what? No. I'm just going to avoid this fight. I don't really feel compelled to fight 6 people at once when 3 of them are sages. Those sages have been ruining us. Path slopes upward and out of the ruins, but is permanently buried beneath volcanic rock. Without advance warning of Kairos' edict, the sages weren't able to secure the library's exits. I don't really care. Waves of heat hit you as... Oh, trap. Okay. Who wants to disarm it? Who has our highest subterfuge? Is that even a thing? Can we... We need to see your skills, Lantry. Can we do that? There has to be a way to see everybody's skills. Here we go. You got a 50 subterfuge? Okay, so Lantry's pretty good. 46 for Slugman. 35 for Ebb, and a 40... Okay, Lantry, you're the best, but honestly, you're not the best by much. Still, you can probably just... Yeah, he can disarm this. Or should we have Club Slugman do it? I mean, Club Slugman would be better off getting the EXP. Don't walk in a trap, people! Alright, I suppose it's fine. We got the disarm. What's this? A rubble pile. Well, we'll just climb over. And our campaign of stealth is paying some serious dividends here, I guess. We didn't have to fight the 22 guys all at once, so there's that. We picked up 2 of something. And there's a blue sage. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Give me a passcode before I murder you. The sage backs up as you approach, fear in his eyes. No, please, don't hurt me. He stops when he sees you and drops his hands, relieved. You're not chorus members. He looks around, but they're nearby. I can hear them. I would leave, but they block the exit, and I can't open their barrier without the right key. Well, you're, okay. You're free to go. I can never thank you enough for what you've done for me. Take this. Maybe it will help you. I was unable to finish my research, but maybe you can. He looks around warily. I'll find a way out of here. Don't go that way. New library research available. You can research this item more with access to a Spire library. I don't care. I don't know what it is he gave us, and I don't give a shit. We just... Club Slugman just wants to find these books and burn them. That's all I want. I just want to burn some books.
You see what I see?
Yeah, there's a trap there, but there's also like 8 billion members of the Scarlet Horde. We gotta figure out how we can, like, pull these guys away from combat so that we don't have to fight all of them at the same time. We need, like, a javelin or a ranged weapon or something we could use to shoot at them so that we're not constantly being overwhelmed. All right, just unstealth because stealth is pointless. It really is pretty garbo. Hit this man with the Phantom Bolt.
That's a negative.
Yeah. Because the interface isn't smart enough to make you walk close enough to hit him with the Phantom Bolt. You actually have to walk close enough to hit him with the Phantom Bolt, then throw it, then walk back.
Sorry.
The controls here. Is there some reason why I can't attack what are very obviously going to be enemies? No, you can't attack them. There's none of that. You actually have to walk up and trigger them the stupid way. You can't just attack them first. No ambushes. That's just, that's just generally not nice to ambush someone. So can Lantry just walk up and disarm this trap and none of them will even care? None of them even give a shit. Okay, well.
Graven Ash protects.
Somebody's protecting us because these Scarlet Hordemen don't seem to care at all that we're here. Unstealth, please. I'm absolutely confounded by the stealth mechanics here. They're just letting us walk around completely untouched. I don't get it. Are we that sneaky? Are we that sneaky even when we're not sneaking?
Someone staunch my bleed.
Beautiful. We wandered into some manner of trap. Okay. Everybody got wounded? Yep, Club Slugman and Barrack both took wounds. Delightful. It's exactly what we were looking for to do. Yeah, it was good. So there's like don't. The controls are really starting to frustrate me. How do we get over here to this thing? I can see that there's something on the floor, but how do we get to it? Run through the Scarlet Horde. Fat Holston. Oh, this is why we can't fight, because these guys want to talk. All right, fine. Come over here, we'll talk. Let me get back in formation, because get him. We can't let him get any further. You said you wanted to talk, and then you ambushed me. The controls. I'm okay. So the fight we wanted to avoid, we're definitely not going to be able to avoid. Well, we got to kill all of the sages first. You should just run away. Lantry, fall back. Club Slugman, get your ass to the floor. What is this guy? Are you a sage? He's a hordeman. That means he's nothing. Fat Olston is named, but also probably is nothing. A hordeman. We got to kill these sages. What's the best way for us to do this? Okay, Club Slugman, come over here and smite this sage. Well, you're not going to get there. You're going to have to stop and fight Fat Olston. Well, we could at least sunder. Barrick, do your thing, man. Ugh, Ebb is going down like a bitch. She's just going down in a heap. Okay, Ebb, do your thing. Where's Tyranny's embrace? Yeah, do that.
Shall we?
Never mind. No, we shan't, because you're dead. We shan't do anything. This game, though. This game. Club Slugman. Okay, you got to come up with something, Bo. Have we even down? We haven't downed a single guy. Did we just come to the wrong place and like every fight has us grossly overmatched? Because we're just getting the holy living shit kicked out of us.
On it.
Sunder, Club Slugman. You can hit them all. Club Slugman can see them all. Well, one guy ran away, I think.
This should...
Here, Club, you gotta drink a potion, buddy. You're going down in a heap. Barrick is not down, but is very close. Let's have him use a healing potion. And Lantry, you use a healing potion as well. See, Ebb is back in the thick of things. Well, at least we fought our way out of what appears to be certain doom into what is probably going to wind up being certain doom. What is this man? Just some injured horseman? Kill the injured guy.
Will do.
I'm fine. That's fine.
You're not fine. Nobody's fine. This fight is terrible. Where's Ed? Do your Tyranny's embrace. Lift us into the air and heal us while our enemies get killed. We must have this because we're all getting just completely ruined. Alright, that spell seems pretty damn good, actually. Is Tyranny's embrace just an I win button? You know, I hate to say this, but Verse, you can eat your heart out because when it comes to combo abilities, I think Ebb's got you, and it's not even close. She's got you by a billion miles, a million trillion miles. Tyranny's embrace is an I win button. What was your shitty thing? Club Slugman threw you in the air and you shot fire arrows at people. It was terrible.
Let's be off.
Comparatively, Verse is a god. Or compared to Verse, rather, Ebb is a god. How many wounds did we all take, by the way? 2, 1, 2. Sound like Tor Johnson counting. Is there a... Okay. There's a thing over here on the floor that I wanted to get to, which was what spawned this whole debacle where we wound up... Yeah, go get that. I don't care who does it or how many stupid traps you wander through. As we path on the auto-click thing, you're gonna go all the way back around, huh? Beautiful. Pathing in Tyranny. Top notch, baby. Top notch. This game's making me salty just because I love Paradox Interactive. Typically they make really good games, but this game, I don't know, man. I'm kind of not feeling it. The story is, for a story-rich game, very badly crafted. For one thing, a lot of grammar and spelling errors, which really is very off-putting to me. You could at least take the time to proofread your damn game. Also, it's not like Tyranny just came out last week and an occasional typo got overlooked. This game's been out for a while. Those are the kind of things you could have maybe patched out at this point. We're going to be able to push this over. Yeah. Push the wall or use an ink pole. Use the ink pole as a lever. Screw that. Club Slugman doesn't need a lever. Oh, give me a lever and a place to stand and I'll move the entire world. But screw that. Give Club Slugman a fucking fist and he'll rule the entire world by punching it in the head. All you really need is a fist. Another sage. A hordeman. Gap tooth. So we won't be able to start a fight with these guys until the game deems we're damn good and ready to fight. So let's try and be optimally positioned. And then we'll talk to this guy. Gaptooth needs to make up her mind. You want to kill something? An arcane scroll, sure. You guys don't care that I'm stealing your scrolls right in front of you, huh? I don't want to come there and talk to you because you're just going to fucking ambush me. Come here, I want to talk to you so we can ambush you. Alright, start your ambush then. A rough-looking woman stands in a gap made by a broken wall, turning to address you as you approach. So the censor didn't trust 4 groups to get what she wanted and send another one? She shakes her head. More groups. Talk about an excessive use of force. She throws her hand in the air. For Kairos' sake, it's still just a library. I'm not going to get up and walk away. We have time to get the archive. I even know where a piece of the passcode is. Tell me more about this archive. What do you take me for, your own personal sage? She holds up a hand and starts counting off facts like a checklist. It's in the library. It's rumored to be incredibly powerful. It's behind an impenetrable barrier. We need to find the passcode to get it. The censor is particularly itchy to get her hands on it. Problem is, she sent all of us in to get it, and only one group is allowed to claim the dig. Only one group is allowed to claim they did, and that means a lot of. She put her hands to her throat and mimed strangling, making a gagging noise. Such is the way of the chorus. Current problem is Numley's group down below. They're guarding one of the passcode pieces, and they can be particularly stab-happy. I don't want to cross paths with a molten pit nearby, so I'm trying to decide what to do. We're just going to pass through. Ha, as if. We plan on being the victors here. You may not be our biggest concern right now, but we'll have to cross blades at some point, and I don't have a reason why that can't be sooner rather than later. And if you want to wait here, I'll deal with Numley and his group. Gaptooth raises an eyebrow. If you want this to be your funeral pyre, more power to you. Until I come up with a better plan of attack, I'm staying right here. I'll tell my men that you can pass through. Just make sure to take care of Numley soon, or you might find yourself short an escape route. She smirks at her guard stationed at the rope draped down to the lower levels. What rope? Like, I guess there's a way beyond here? We're going to come around here and snoop around a little, because you probably didn't steal everything. Yeah, you didn't steal whatever this is. We're just finding random scrolls. Burnt missive. Oh, there's the rope down to the lower levels. Got it. Can we come over here? No, this is not. Yeah, you're right. It won't happen because we can't path that way. So if we made it through the top tier of the library, then could we fight these guys? I'd kind of rather just kill them now. I'm itching for a fight, so let's go already. Apparently, we somehow passed up our opportunity to just kill these people now. We're gonna have to go down and mess with Numley and his crew of. I don't know, I want to say ragtag band of misfits, but they don't really feel like a ragtag band of misfits. It feels more like a cheap plot device. An arbitrary obstacle to put in the way of the player to slow down progress. That's more what it feels like. Let's check this missive, because we did find one. Select a missive from the... Okay, well, we don't... Did it not just tell me that I found a burnt missive and then I went to read it? Yeah, burnt missive, right-click for details. Graven Ash was the intended recipient. The sender makes a plea for assistance as she doesn't believe her garrison in a blade grave has sufficient troops to hold their location. How is any of this shit relevant? An ink-stirring pole. Good, we found a stick that we can use to stir ink. Fantastic. Or that used to be used to stir ink. What are we going to do with it? Apparently we could push over a wall, but we're not even going to do that because Club Slugman is a beast who does not require a lever. Okay, I don't care about any of this stuff. None of it. It's all garbage. It's all garbage, Tyranny. It's all garbage, just like this story is. All I wanted to do was just be a man who came to Hogwarts and killed everyone inside. And now what am I going to have to do? Waste a bunch of time and probably camp here, because it seems like we got a fight with Numley coming up. Let's just camp. And wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed the episode here of Tyranny, I'd be, frankly, surprised. But if you'd like to, if you did, for whatever odd reason, you might consider dropping a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And if you want to see the continuation of Tyranny, some support would probably be useful. Because I gotta say, I'm not really feeling it. It's kind of bland, and it's really wordy, and the action is not great, and the interface is troublesome at best. I don't know. I do know that this episode is done, though. But if you want to see more, what a little more remains of Tyranny, because I kind of feel like it's not long for the world, might consider subscribing as well. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.